We're starting Max Wrestling off a little differently this week because I feel like we need to get this off our chest before we continue. Obviously, the biggest news in wrestling this week wasn't a match or a storyline or a title change. I don't need to tell you what Roman Reigns said to open Raw Monday night. The whole world knows it's made national news. But I can see exactly how some people reacted, like, oh, now you're showing respect. Personally, I'm not going to hide the fact that I've criticised his booking, sometimes his performances. We're all guilty of it, Mike and Butcher included.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do as wrestling fans. But at the end of the day, they're human beings, and regardless of what we may or may not agree with on the screen, real life is real life. Not once have we expressed hatred towards Liti Joseph Anoa'i, the man who plays a character called Roman Reigns. What we saw on Monday wasn't a man being booked as an invincible machine or the big dog. What we saw was a man being 100% human, speaking about real life and a horrific time in his life. So, with that said, we wish nothing but a successful recovery for Joe and a
Yeah.
successful comeback for Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you said, I'm not going to go down the route of fucking ranting or anything like that because I ain't going to rant about things like this. Fuck's sake, man! I lost my Twitter account for fucking fighting fucking for the for the family. You know what I mean? Never Twitter account never to return. Um, how brave! How brave!
Absolutely.
He stood there, a warrior. Do you know what I mean? I don't like I don't like retirement speeches, and it wasn't a retirement speech. And there was a part of me that I respected him, but there was a little part of me that thought, I really wish he hadn't have done that. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Because then you fall into the category where you get the wankers that come out. You know what I mean? And there's been a few on RWT of people, few people that I don't really see often. Do you know what I mean? Making comments about people fucking disliking him and things like that. And it's not. Let's. I don't dislike anyone in a WWE ring. I can't dislike someone that I don't know. You know, I've never had a conversation, but I know real life. You know, and cancer's one of the cruelest things that There's a part of me sometimes, I think, fucking hell, Dave. I was born Catholic. I know religion. Do you know what I mean? I grew up in a fucking Catholic family, and a part of me thinks sometimes we sit there as people, if some religions sit there and they pray to God. Are you really fucking praying to someone? That's you know what I mean. When I go deep and I think that is a killer. Now, for a man to stand there in front of freaking 13,000 plus and say that took, that took a lot, but he stood there admirably. And you know what I mean? Like you said, them words I'll come back and I'll be swinging and clawing for the fence. Well, I hope. I really hope and I pray. You know what I mean? I'm not often I say that, and that's not just me saying it because I've never once said that I hate Roman Reigns. I hate the character Roman Reigns. Multiple times I've said if Roman Reigns ever walked out with a suit and his hair tied back, what would I do? I'd mark out.
Yeah.
Because that's Roman Reigns.
Most of this year I've been a Roman Reigns fan. I was pissed off when Brock beat him twice.
Yeah.
Because I wanted him to be Universal Champion instead. Fuck Brock Lesnar.
The thing is, guys, it's them arsehole fans that kind of they ruin wrestling.
Yeah.
Like I said to them, they're social networking sheep. They're the ones in the crowd that are told to sit down and they sit down. They're told to stand, they stand. Cheer now, they cheer.
Yeah.
They've not got their own minds to come up with a. Do you know what I mean? To start a chant. Someone starts a chant, fucking John Cena sucks. What do? Cena sucks. Do you know what I mean? I have no time for people like that. And that's why I said why I just said what I said. There was a part of me that wished that he hadn't have done it, but I respected him for him doing it. Because I think in situations like that, did you see a few people going on about it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. Is this a story? Fuck. Whoa.
Loads of people were like, "Is this a storyline?"
What the fuck, man?
Yes, we're gonna do the leukemia angle. What the fuck
Are
is
you fucking for real?
During Breast Cancer Awareness Month as well.
WWE. You know what I mean? And then people were going, yeah, well, because they were sick enough when they did the Big Boss Man thing with the Big Show. And they've done, sick things over the years. They've not, listen, they've pushed the bar. They've gone to no limits. Do you know what I mean? Everyone knew Big Boss Man's dad wasn't fucking dead. But the fact that this guy came out and stated at 22 years old, he was diagnosed with leukemia.
Mm-hmm.
And one team took a chance. And people have the... Do you know what? I read a few people saying, well, he didn't look very emotional. No, he was fucking brave.
No, that was from the heart. It was brave.
He was brave. You know what I mean? Do you know what? The one person that I looked at, and a lot of people said Seth Rollins. No, I looked at Dean.
Yeah, Dean was.
Because there was a guy, right? I'm telling you what, that must have been one of the hardest things, because he's tried to stay in character. A lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? You could see him, man. He wanted to break.
He did. He did.
And I think if he'd have broke.
And knowing he was going to turn on Seth later.
That's it. Do you know what I mean? Honest to God, people just they niggle me, and I just think you're some of the most inconsiderate human beings.
If we think about it now, I mean, no matter how long it takes Roman to come back, that probably was the last time we see the Shield pose.
Yeah.
It's quite a.
Because I don't think they're going to get all three back together now with Dean.
Thing, because you think, you know what? I've never had anyone close to me that's had it. Do you know what I mean? I've never seen it. I've never witnessed it. You know, but the fact that that guy is going to go through some serious shit and treatment.
Oh, it's hell.
It is.
He'll lose his, he's going to lose his mind. But he's, he comes from a strong family.
He does.
He comes from a strong family. And when I looked at that man in the ring, I thought, the first thing I said was, after I'd heard it, well, fuck it, this guy ain't gonna be away long. I just looked at him and I thought, fucking hell. If we were gonna see finally a Roman Reigns be cheered and respected, it's for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
It's for the wrong reasons, but he comes from a strong family. You know, he comes from a strong family. And when I looked at that man in the ring, I thought, this guy ain't gonna be away long. I just looked at him and I thought, fucking hell. If we were going to see a finally a Roman Reigns be cheered and respected, it's for the wrong reasons, but this kind of shows that wrestling's not fucking fake. It's not. It's everything of that is real life. They're a character, but the body is real. The body is real. You know, I'm Roman Reigns' family. Speedy recovery. Speedy. You know?
I'm just gonna say, yeah, thoughts and prayers, absolutely. And it's a tough week for the Anoa'i family. Besides Roman Reigns, Samu also came out. He has stage 4 lung cancer, and he's looking for a liver transplant. So there's a lot of stuff going on with the Anoa'i family. Yeah, just thoughts and prayers to Roman Reigns. And I'll tell you, it was really tough trying to watch the rest of Raw after that because it got me. It got both Seth and DJ got me. It really did. I had a hard time trying to watch Raw.
A completely different atmosphere this week.
Do you know what? I was looking at all these slogans and I was like, wow. Do you know what I mean? One versus all. Believe that. I was thinking, fucking hell. That when you think about them and the way he says them, they've got a meaning.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And the fact that you know what I mean, the man we criticize a lot, Vince McMahon. I don't want to hear anyone say that that's why fucking Vince McMahon pushed him.
No, I've read that and that's like shit.
Fuck that, man. Fuck off. Get the fuck away from me with that shit. You know, that kind of stuff makes me sick. But I took balls by Vince. Do you know what I mean? And I could almost see why Vince is so kind of close to him. You know, that guy was standing up. Cancer. You know, it's not about making fucking money. It's about drawing attention to a fucking killer. And you can't get any more braver than that. You know, admit it fucking broke me.
Yep, me too. A lot of us.
And I also read the commentators weren't warned in advance, and you could.
Did you see Corey Graves, man?
Oh, Corey. Well, that's Corey Graves and him go back to NXT, man. They both got up together.
I imagine Renee had an idea, obviously, because she's married to Dean Ambrose. But
yeah.
But yeah, Corey Graves.
Do you know what though? That pained me. That did just to see that because Corey just
he struggled, didn't he?
He did.
Oh fuck yeah! And there's a part of me though. I mean, you know, if we get the ending out the way now.
Yeah.
You know, because I want using that as a segue. I looked at Renee and I thought, fucking hell, man, you could get. Let's hope wrestling fans really understand that it's not real in the aspect of, do you know what I mean? The heat that's going to come on Dean Ambrose, because I heard people in the crowd going, "Why tonight, man? Why tonight?" And I'm like, dude, it's fucking fake.
Thing is, after what happened, with Roman, they wouldn't have got that same reaction.
You know, and this is what I mean, right? It's the heat that Dean Ambrose is going to get is going to be so organic.
Yeah. And if they'd done it any other night, it wouldn't have been.
I sit there and I salute that because, do you know what? I don't honestly believe it was there written. I believe Dean was asked and Seth were asked.
And Roman.
What do we do? Yeah. What do we do? Do we? Because if you think about it, how long has this been? Do you know what I mean? How long?
Yeah, a lot.
Has it been spoken about for a couple of weeks? Because you've got to think as well, the likes of Drew McIntyre, Ziggler, Strowman, it affected that movement as well. You know? Just little things. I don't really think that they used it. But I think the ball was in. I think the ball. Right. I looked at Roman, and I. Do you know what? The first thing I looked at was his arms, and I thought, you've really stopped working out, because he would have had to, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
And I looked at him last week, and I thought, fucking hell, he's slimmed down a little bit. You know, But I know his first course of treatment is set for next week. So I don't know. Maybe it was Roman. Maybe they was just working with it. And Roman's just said, I can't. Because you think he would have had to have stopped taking supplements, whether it was certain proteins and stuff like that, because of his treatments.
Yeah.
So he was probably, his energy levels were probably fucked. You know, and then obviously, you know what I mean, that big announcements, Seth and Dean come out, one last Shield, you know what I mean, face off. And then you've got Seth and Dean close the show in a. I'm gonna go and say it. Do you know what I mean? It's on such a poor fucking occasion. Fucking one of the greatest fucking. We had a inkling it was gonna come, but I didn't think it was gonna come. It was such a raw emotion.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Roman fueled the fire. Do you know what I mean? And like we say, heat. This is the heat that we wanted Roman to get. But it's transferred by such an horrific.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? You don't want to see shit used or not used. I don't want to say that, but I mean it in the right context. You don't want to see stuff like that, real life. You know what I mean? Conditions.
Yeah.
Kind of. I'm going to say used, but people understand that when I say it,
Influence.
it's not in that context. Used to fuel a fucking heel turn. And I just thought, do you know what? I stood there and I clapped. I mean, Mrs. looked at me because she's a Roman fan, isn't she?
Yeah.
I shit you not, man. I thought DDT was coming. She just looked at me. She went, "What are you doing?" I said, "Clapping." What are you clapping for? Whoa, hang on a minute. Chill the fuck out. You know what I mean? And I just clapped because I thought, wow. Listen to the reaction. Pin drop shit, man. People, what the fuck, man? Why tonight? Of all nights. And I'm thinking, I like it. I don't like why it's up. I don't like the reasons of why it's happened, but I like it.
I didn't think in recent years we'd see a better breakup than DIY.
I was gonna say Dean Ambrose playing the role of Tommaso Ciampa and
Yeah.
Amazing. But we know this is what I've always said about Dean, right? And we've all said it when he was the stupid fucking character on SmackDown, the comedy.
Mm.
And we all said we want a Dean Ambrose that was in FCW feuding with fucking Foleys and fucking Regals.
Mm-hmm.
You need that psychological kin. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like when he was John Moxley in CZW. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bring me Batista.
And there it is. That's exactly that. Now my only problem with that is, like I said, the Renee thing.
Yeah. Well, she did the hey when he did it. She went, "Hey."
How does this affect Dean? And Renee, because you know what fans are like. You know these dickhead fans that you know they know they're married.
Must have known.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And I just look at it and I think, I hope it doesn't affect.
I think it's going to be awkward for Renee on commentary now because obviously
that's my only worry.
I have
Does
noticed
one of them move to SmackDown or do they just go with the heat?
Whenever something big happens with Ambrose, she sort of goes quiet and just leaves it to Michael Cole.
Yeah,
because obviously she's biased.
That's what I mean. You know, I would go as far as saying the plan that's there now is Braun's going to turn face again, or is it going to be
if not already?
Yeah, he kind of has already. Yeah, with Braun.
You know, I would say they're going to go with McIntyre the heel.
Oh yeah, and I think
you can't fuck around with McIntyre. McIntyre's a better heel than he is a face.
I can see McIntyre now costing Braun the match against Brock.
Well, here's the thing, though. I would have Braun beat Brock because, number one, I don't want to see Brock win the title again. And number two, I think Braun and Drew in a Universal title feud would be great.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then we also had another turn. We had Elias is now a babyface.
That was great.
It was.
Can't believe that.
I'm sick of getting interrupted. Fuck it.
Can't believe it. But do you know what, man? Elias is he's gold.
And he's been so
I
underutilized
just
for
love
too long.
for WWE stands for walk with. Do you know what? The more I hear it, I think that is amazing.
Well, and you had him turn on Corbin, so it's like you could have him be like this anti-authority figure. Like, I'm not gonna do what you say. I got my own beat to my own drum. I mean, it was cool.
Is Corbin now feuding with
Well,
Elias and Kurt Angle?
Oh,
you know
I don't
what,
even
right?
know.
Can we speak? I know in a few weeks we're going to speak about Smack Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you've got all these speculated rosters going around at the minute, right? And the way the matches are going to be set up for Survivor Series. Do we really want to see Raw versus SmackDown again?
No.
Oh, you know they're gonna do it, but
No,
unfortunately,
I read them. They're not going with Raw versus SmackDown this year.
Oh, thank you.
Fantastic. So it's
God.
fake then. Fuck, I'm really hoping. Because what I want to see, and I was thinking this, we're watching Elias on Team Angle.
That's what I would do. I've heard Elias and whoever against Corbin, whatever.
So, I
I
mean,
was thinking, well, it's going to be ace.
I remember last year when Shane sort of turned heel and invaded Raw for no fucking reason, and then after Survivor Series, everything was fine again.
They killed it.
Everything was
killed it.
hunky dory.
Yeah.
It ruined months. It ruined months of television. It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
It killed everything. Oh, and it was all about Shane McMahon. And it started the speculation. Is Daniel Bryan going to turn heel and join, obviously, at the time it was, who were the major heels?
Owens and Zayn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do you know what I mean? And looking at it now, I still look at it and I think, would have been brilliant. Would have been brilliant.
Mhm.
You know, but no, it was all about Shane fucking McMahon. You know what I mean? And his high-risk fucking moments.
Well, yeah, this coming WrestleMania when it was Daniel Bryan and Shane against Owens and Zayn, you know, everybody's like, oh, Daniel Bryan's back up, but of course the whole storyline surrounded mostly Shane McMahon.
Well, they don't like. I've heard a few rumors. You know what I mean? WrestleMania, Shane McMahon versus Brock Lesnar.
Oh God,
jeez.
no.
You know, and I'm thinking, really?
What, after 2 years after he F5'd him and he's finally going to get his revenge?
You know what I mean? It's just.
Now, in a
I
match,
don't want to see another Shane match, man. Please.
a match
I don't
with,
know.
a match with Brock Lesnar, you've got to have somewhat of a belief that the other guy's got a chance.
Yes.
So if Roman Reigns lost to Brock twice, 3 times, what chance has
Twice.
Shane got?
Exactly.
The only way I want to see Brock Lesnar, right, and I'm going to be honest, other than a crown jewel, because that's just the biggest. That's do you know what? If it goes ahead, I've gotten there's a lack of respect anyway.
Yeah.
You know, towards WWE, but because it's not about what Saudi Arabia, and it's not about the money changing hands. It's about getting paid. You know, I get fed up with people saying about WWE have this strict rule, though. You know what I mean? The show must go on. No, when shit like that is real, you fucking hell, you cancel everything. John Cena not going. Daniel Bryan not going. You know, I heard something else this morning. Bobby Lashley, you know what I mean, being a fucking ex-US vet, has basically stated that it's not. Do you know what I mean?
Well, Butcher, the only people that I've seen supporting this, the only people said that go ahead with it, is JBL and Randy Orton.
Of course,
JBL's a prick, though. JBL, Mr. Pro fucking America. Where are you now?
Randy doesn't miss his 2 million.
Counting your dollars. You know what I mean? Randy Orton. Fuck Randy Orton. Do you know what I mean? It's an absolute shitty idea. It was a shitty idea to start with.
Yeah. And there
You
wasn't
know
even
what I
any
mean?
controversy. Well, there was a
that's
bit.
not just, it's not just me. It's not just me, but sat there watching that one in Dubai, fucking, was it Dubai?
No,
it
that was in Saudi Arabia as well, in Jeddah.
That was Saudi Arabia. Sitting there and watching that shower of shite, the fucking biggest, fucking greatest fucking Royal Rumble, and seeing them fucking greedy assed. Now I'm gonna have to watch what I say next.
I was about to say, wait a minute, Butch.
Okay. I got no respect at all for. I don't like ignorant people. People are probably going pot cold kettle black. Yeah, go fuck yourself. You know, when I'm ignorant for a reason. This is a sign of ignorance. When I say greedy bastards, you've paid X amount of money to the WWE to come to your country to bring a fucking racist, a sexist, and a company killing bastard, Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because you know now that you're going to lose John Cena, Daniel Bryan, and whoever else doesn't go, you're gonna pay X amount of money for Hogan to go, right?
Hmm.
Do what you will. Do what you will. But don't disrespect people that sit there wanting to watch an event at home, and you're sitting there with your phones in your hands, with your snot-nosed brat kids playing on smartphones. And the only camera angle I get to watch in the entire fucking thing is you and your kids. Do you know what I mean? That's ignorance. That's ignorance. If you go to watch a football match and the guy in front of you, right, is doing everything but watching what he's paid to watch, talking on his phone, do you know what I mean? Paying no attention, that is ignorance. You know? It wouldn't, because if you're watching it at home, but if I'm watching it at home, it was unwatchable. Because I was constantly getting pissed off with Ali bloody whatever his fucking name is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that big group with their backs to the ring for like half an hour.
Well, that's it. That's what I mean. That's the ignorance. No interest at all.
No, they were just stood in a huddle talking.
Exactly, because this is easy money for you. That's fucking nothing. You're sitting on a country full of oil. You know, while some guy is in the ring, you know, God forbid he gets injured or anything. Well, we fucking paid for it, haven't we?
We paid him 20 million.
Go fuck yourself, man. No. And then I hear people debating about it. Is it a good idea? No, man. No, nothing's a good idea when you read the politics and the reasons behind it possibly being cancelled.
Exactly. And the
People
other
getting murdered.
Oh, yeah. And the other thing I was going to say is, besides JBL and Orton, the only other one that I know that definitely wanted to go because I thought it would bring change was Kane, who is now the mayor.
You know,
and
let's not forget about the situation last time. You know what I mean? The Sasha Banks and the women's scandal.
That is true.
You know? Do you know what? Fucking, I don't get it. This is part of the reason why you turn into from a fan to basically looking at a company and going, your morals, man, your morals are all wrong.
Like, what the fuck?
Your morals are all wrong. Well, since we've gone from, you know what I mean? They say sports entertainment. Do you know what I mean? A company which was created by Vince McMahon Sr., ruined by Vince McMahon fucking Jr., built by the fans for the fans to exist. That's exactly what it was. And now what we use it for is politics.
Yeah.
You're using a machine to solve political issues. Women's rights. Are you fucking for real? Fuck women's rights.
They tried to justify it with propaganda last time. Like, oh, women can finally drive. So fucking what? They've been driving here for 200 years.
It's disgraceful. Women should have the same rights as fucking men. End of. End of. But you shouldn't have to use a company. Do you know what I mean? To come over there and give strength, and then tell your fucking women that wrestle on your roster that you're not allowed on TV because you got your tits out, or you're showing too much butt cheek.
Oh yeah, they apologise for showing women on TV.
You know what I mean? Charlotte, you can't go out looking like that, love. You're going to have to put that fucking dressing gown on and put that scarf around your head. Come on. Are we for real? Asuka, you can't go out there, love. No offence, but your eyes are too slanty. They won't like it. You know? But it's bollocks. It's bollocks. That freaking you're letting a country full of freaking savage, sexist bastards. Well, you know what? God forbid, lads, I've taken too much of your time up and your mic time. You know what I mean?
Hey,
God forbid that, eh?
That's why I opened with a speech.
What's what I mean? So you knew he wasn't going to get it in. Do you know what I mean? RWT, Max Wrestling, fuck the other fucking podcast. You know what I mean? God forbid I take up too much of your time. You know what I mean? It's boring, 2 hours, well, as opposed to a 3-hour podcast where, like I said, the monkey and the organ grinder talk. Hey, whatever. But I told you so.
Speaking of views, I also pointed out another guy on one of the groups this week saying, "Now don't ever do a 2-hour video. No one will watch."
Oh, I see now.
Fuck you, 1.4 thousand.
Hey, what a monkey. What an idiot. What an absolute fool.
I don't know if last week's was our most viewed, but it was definitely up there with 1.4
hey,
view.
But do you know what, Daz? Do you know what, right? Hey, you wouldn't believe we'd be doing all right, would you, on live?
No.
No, see, but another. Do you know what I mean? I remember someone saying, "You'll never do fuck all with them." You know what I mean? But at least we're not waving our hands in front of the telly, going, "Hey, hey, hey, hey." You know what I mean? God forbid. I'm professional now, aren't I? You know. You are taking up too much 2 hours plus of your time. You're boring. I'm boring, people. I'm boring. Amir, I'm boring. Money, boring. Robert Davis, I'm boring. Tony, my man, I'm boring. Even De Niro. Me and De Niro. I was praising him.
I saw that.
You know? De Niro knows I'm not boring, man. Fucking you kind of piss someone off and they spit their dummy out, and then you know what I mean. It's gonna be a war. War over.
Speaking of wars, and we also mentioned DIY earlier. How about that heel turn from Gargano?
Oh man.
Is it him though?
I think it is. I mean, that whole.
Do we think that's who Nikki Cross was on about?
Well, I got confused when she came out laughing at
Cassius
Ohno. He was like,
"What are you laughing at?"
I did, because you know who I was waiting for? I really think they've used that, right? I think it's Punishment Martinez.
Ooh.
That's who I think it is. But I think they've been using, you know what I mean? She had to face off with obviously fucking in the ring last week with Aleister Black.
Yeah.
Where he basically pulled his finger and told her to come. Right? That was not in a good way, people. In a good way.
I was about to say, you better watch that.
Yeah.
Like, pull the finger and come.
Yeah. Right? In a good way. You know what I mean? And then you've got obviously the fucking fantastic entrance by Aleister Black, man.
Yeah, that was great.
He's just the guy. He's just an absolute beast. I want to see him just come up. I want to see him come up. I want to see a feud between Black and Nakamura.
I've been feeling a bit of withdrawal, obviously, because we haven't been able to talk about NXT for the last couple of weeks. Oh man, this has been great. Nikki got a
Good content.
secret.
Good content for the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Mike, you've been doing a good job, man.
Thank you.
Good content, man, for the last few weeks. You know what I mean? To fucking pulling his finger, man, and telling her to come. Hey.
And then she's gonna fade to black.
You know what I mean? And yeah, you know what I mean? Lars Sullivan being brave enough to take another one and nearly break his fucking jaw again.
I saw that. I'm like, wait,
but yeah,
Velveteen's like, when you address me, you got to wear pants.
I love it. I love
it. And then obviously you've got the that Gargano thing, and I was like, oh.
To be honest,
heel turn.
To be honest,
heel turn.
I always thought it was quite obvious it was Gargano, because like when Regal went to the parking lot, Gargano was the first person he passed, and I always thought it was strange why Gargano was in the parking lot when he'd literally just had a match.
Mm-hmm.
Why would he be coming back into the building?
Do you know what would be cool? Do you know what would be really, really cool? If Regal gets replaced, right? If Regal gets replaced for not obviously being able to handle things, and Regal sides with Gargano and Ciampa, fucking heel group, man. Heel group would be amazing. That'd be amazing.
They'd have to rename it to DIBY, so do it your bloody selves.
Do it your bloody selves.
Also, Ciampa tweeted as well, saying sometimes you've got a DIY, proud Ciampa, proud Big Daddy Ciampa, or something like that.
Do you reckon they're gonna do it?
It's been rumored for a while.
Well, you see, I tell you what'd be good as well, though. I tell you what'd be good as well is have all the gold on them.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the tag team gold, but have Gargano take the United States off, the North American off, obviously Ricochet, and then, but it'll give Gargano's missus, Candice, a bit of star power as well. Maybe push her back, do you know what I mean, into the running, because we've seen a few disappointing losses, man. Because I'm a Lacey fan, and I think Lacey Evans is an absolute beast. Looks like she should be run over. I mean that right as well. What the fuck's going on this week?
Oh well, all they did was the video.
When I say run over, it's like jobs, right?
Oh, okay.
But when you watch her, ability endless. That knockout punch, man, is amazing.
A woman's right. Yep.
Fucking amazing, man. She looks $1 million. She moves well. She ability endless.
Well, here's the thing. I'm watching
Candice,
that. I know.
Man.
I agree with you, but
and I'm like looking at her and I'm thinking, was this the best of moves?
Well, I'm looking at her and I understand where you're coming from with her, and I like to see her and Kyrie go for the title. But as far as the women's title, I think they're going to go in the direction of Bianca Belair next for Kyrie Sane. I
really don't want her anywhere near it.
I think that they're going to do it. They keep doing that whole undefeated thing. So I'm
sick of it, man. I just want someone to cut her hair with shears.
Me too, but I think that's the direction they're going.
I don't get it. I mean, you know, you got Mia Yim.
Mia Yim. Yep.
I've fallen in love. I've fallen in love with her. I said last year when they gave her the chance, man, you've got to give her a job, man. I wasn't a big fan of hers with the beautiful people. No, Doll's House. Doll's House, sorry. With Marty and obviously fucking.
Well, she was still quite green then.
Yeah. Well, she was, wasn't she? Yeah, she was. But wow. Definitely, I tell you what. Like you say when you heard obviously Triple H basically said that I listened to what they said. Sign me in, you're signed. Good job. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, amazing.
You know what? The funny thing is, when Triple H says he listens to people, I believe him.
Yeah.
When Stephanie and Vince say it, you can fuck off.
Now I'm gonna go one further. You know. I said last year, about a specific title being brought into NXT.
Mm.
I'm gonna say women's tag team titles.
Yeah.
I really, really, really would like to see, or not particularly NXT women titles. I would like to see women's tag team titles brought in, but defended across all promotions.
Yeah, that would work.
I just think it'd really, really work well. You know what I mean? And it be used to promote as well.
Yeah, I mean, they've been rumoured before, but apparently they're rumoured again now to debut at Evolution this week.
Mm-hmm. I just think it'd be brilliant to actually utilise them. You know what I mean? And I could say promotional value. I mean, you imagine, right? You know, like we criticise. You know, when you have these stupid squash matches with jobbers.
Yeah.
Right. You imagine you utilising someone like I don't know. Let's have tag team champions. Let's go Asuka Charlotte, right? But then you've got a squash match, or not. So I'm not going to say squash match, but I'm going to say a developmental thing, and you bring someone like Kelly Klein in. I mean, why can't you? Why can't you use it to go out there and find, rather than constantly rely on Mae Young Classics? This year's Mae Young Classic was better than last year's.
Yeah. Tony
By a
Storm's
mile.
match last night was fantastic.
It
Yeah.
was.
You know, by a mile this year. I was gutted that Tegan Knox,
Me too.
obviously the injury, because I really do believe that she was picked to win it. I actually do believe that she'd be NXT UK Women's Champion now.
Which will be defended on Sunday by Rhea Ripley.
Also,
You know,
love Triple H backstage saying stop saying sorry.
Oh yes.
Well, she signed, doesn't she? She apparently she is
Oh, yeah.
she is signed. WWE apparently have taken over her bills for her and I think she had her surgery in the United States.
Yes.
Great.
So, you know, they paid for all the freaking rehabilitation and everything. So
They do
You
the
know,
right
where
thing
she-
sometimes.
of course they do. if she'd have been having the fucking operation on the fucking NHS, Jesus Christ, she'd still be fucking waiting.
Yeah, that's very true.
Do you know what I mean? She'd still be waiting, man. She'd be on crutches for 6 months. You know, unfortunately, this day and age, fucking money talks, bullshit walks, and it's very, very true.
And they're very underappreciated.
Yes, they are.
There ain't no grave can hold my body down. There ain't no grave can hold my body down. There ain't no grave can hold my body down. There ain't no grave can hold my body down.
We gotta be doing something great.
It is time. It is time.
Who you trying to kid?
I do not give a damn.
Because you're too scared to do the job your goddamn self.
I need someone that's has some energy in them.
You guys know nothing about me.
I'm gonna take you out.
Promo climax time. Promo climax.
Promo climax. You're all on fucking notice. Maybe this guy has been too nice for a long time.
I can appreciate someone who has conviction in the voice, who can speak fire from their lungs.
But the fact that everyone believes that the Butcher's gonna win the promo climax and not me just makes me sick.
We are taking over.
to mention this. This is not NXT related, but we did have a debut this week, and I'm going to cover it on the futures now. But Butcher, Mike Kanellis with the debut on 205 Live gets the win over Lince Dorado.
I'm burning up in your love, Mike.
Hell yeah.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. I loved his introduction last week. I mean, obviously with the beaut. Do you know what? I really don't know why I disliked her in Impact.
Oh, Maria.
Maybe it's the fact that they were just, I don't know, they made them look stupid in Impact, didn't they?
The mirror.
You know what I mean? They just made them look stupid. They gave her, I think they overutilized her mic abilities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they turned her into a bit of a moaner, didn't they? Because she was constantly crying about something, and I just got fed up of her voice.
They tried to take what they did in ROH and just turn up the volume.
Yeah. Obviously, the only thing that had changed, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know what? I like it. I do like it. Again, 205, I've said this week. So, but I can't remember what his name is. It Mr. Rooney that's on RWT?
Oh, yeah.
He said something this week, and I thought, fucking finally, a fucking person that listens. Do you know what I mean? Size, yes. Why has it got to be about fucking weight? Do you know what I mean? You've got plenty of guys. Fucking Apollo Crews.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? That could be utilised on a platform and make that platform decent and watchable. Tag team titles, boom, bring them in. You've got factions in the fucking thing, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? Hello, there's 3 people in New Day. Hello. You know what I mean? McFly thing. But not just that. You could have Xavier Woods. Kofi Kingston wrestling on there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And this is what winds me up. Yeah, well, you wouldn't have people like that. This is what people have said. Why wouldn't you? Because they're on a higher platform. So what you're actually saying is it's a jobbers show.
Yeah, well, this is why the Cruiserweight division worked in the first place, because they already had guys like Billy Kidman and Paul London and all that, and Spanky.
This is it. It was never about weight. There was never a weight restriction on it. This has been enforced. When you name a show 205 Live, you either actually admit it's a fucking radio show name, or it's specifically for a weight. Now, I don't agree with people being weighed. Do you know what I mean? In boxing, you can be a heavyweight boxer, but it doesn't actually mean you can be 20 plus pound over the weight. Do you know what I mean? X Division. Samoa Joe. Hello. Samoa Joe versus Amazing Red. Was that fair? No. Fuck no.
Abyss was X Division champ as well.
Exactly.
Yep. Brian Cage is the champ now.
Do you know what I mean? It's so wet, man. It's the difference was X Division. The name X Division was fucking perfection. Whoever came up with that at the time, absolute. Just, the more you think about it, X Division. Do you know what I mean? No limits. That's what X is.
And I think what's great about 205 Live 2 now is, well, obviously they have Brian Kendrick as a face now, and he's going to fight Gulak and Gallagher. But, man, Mustafa Ali and Hideo Itami had a great Falls Count Anywhere match this week.
You see...
Go ahead.
I just struggle with it. Because I look at Itami and I think... I don't know what I think, other than go back home.
Yeah, just go back to Japan.
Don't come back.
Yeah.
Mustafa Ali, I don't get. Do you know what I mean? Other than the cool entrance and the cool Sub-Zero kind of thing. But then I look at it and I think, do you know what I mean? I just don't get him.
Well, the way
I just think, where's the creativity to make you your own? Do you know what I mean?
I get it. I mean, The only thing that they all keep saying is that he's the heart and soul, and the gimmick that they're doing next week is, since Tony Nese has been beating Cedric Alexander, it's going to be him versus Mustafa next week, and the winner gets the first crack at Buddy Murphy for the title.
Well, this is it. But this is the thing. Since 205 has been going, right? Since 205 has been going, I've disagreed with the whole project. The everything. You know what I mean? Title on Rich Swann. Title on Curtis Alexander.
Kendrick.
Now, yeah, Cedric, sorry.
Yeah.
Now you've got obviously Buddy Murphy. I like it, but still you've not. Well, yeah, then let's not forget, guys, about title on TJ fucking Perkins.
Well, he was also on Brian Kendrick too before Perkins.
But this is what I'm saying. Kendrick was probably the only one that made sense, and they never really took advantage of the Kendrick thing.
Well, yeah, because he waltzed very quickly to Rich Swann.
But I really believe that it was because of the weakness in the roster. I mean, what you've got to remember is when the CWC went ahead, you were looking at that CWC and it was marvelous. And, your Swans, your Alexanders, and then you had obviously your Cotas, your Sabres, and you got to think. And guys, obviously, they were New Japan. They were going in New Japan. Big things expected in New Japan. Maybe empty promises. Especially when I think obviously Kota, but I think Kota's going to be onto something within the next 12 months. Possibly even Sabre Jr. His Sabre's getting a lot of TV time. His promos are shit, but he's getting TV time.
Well, you mentioned Kendrick being the cruiserweight champ. Obviously, besides Kendrick, I think Neville was obviously one of the best ones that they had.
Neville was superb, but that's just what I mean. But Neville was always, if you look at Neville, other than Kendrick, he was only really in 2 or 3. Do you know what I mean? Sustainable feuds. His longest was obviously Aries.
Yeah, and then did the crap with Enzo.
But they fucked the thinking the Neville thing up. Do you know what I mean? And Aries with the fucking bollocks putting them on a pre-show when it was probably one of the better fucking matches of the old fucking Mania.
It was.
Opened Mania. Why would you? I still to this day I can't figure that out. A half empty arena.
Yeah, it was really early on the pre-show as well.
And I just don't. Do you know what I mean? So much energy involved in that match. And I just didn't get it. And then obviously the fiasco with it being taken off the Blu-ray. It doesn't really fucking bother me how fucking where Aries has gone now, because it's just, do you know what I mean? But it did at the time, because I just thought Aries was worthy of so much more. You know what I mean? Intercontinental, United States. Fucking hell, can you imagine Aries and fucking Neville as tag team champions? Superb. It's like, be like watching fucking London and Kendrick again. You know what I mean? One of the longest reigning. Third?
I think they're second now behind New Day.
Are they second?
Well, on SmackDown anyway.
SmackDown. But it just niggles me. That's what I mean. It's the old niggly thing with me when I look at 205, and I just think there's so much extra star quality out there. You know what I mean? It's not. I don't want them to shut the division. I just want them to make it better. To me, the arena sucks ass. Just, do you know what I mean when I say that? It's too light. The lighting's wrong for it. The fans are fucking too wrong for it. I just think it needs to be more intimate.
Yeah.
It's just, there's no point in putting a 205 freaking live, and you're sticking 8,000 people in a 10,000. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
and then there's no noise.
If they're moving it to Wednesdays anyway, they may as well tape it with NXT.
That's it. Exactly. But you go back and you watch. Do you know what? Harold said it the other week. Harold Hunter. Shout out, Harold. You know what I He said it the other week. Why not just combine it? And I thought, no. Why would you do that? Because then you just. Do you know what? Cut the losses. Get rid of the shite, because we've seen the likes of Nice crossing over onto NXT.
Mhm.
So maybe they are. Get rid of the crap. Even, do you know what? I'd combine 205 with NXT, but then have it basically cross over onto UK. Do you know what I mean? I just think you've got Leo Rush that basically now is just
Annoying.
Wrestle. He's fucking annoying. He is annoying.
Oh,
He wrestles every now and again at 205, but they're pushing him so hard with Bobby that they've forgotten why they signed him. A bit like fucking Drake Maverick.
Drake Maverick, yep.
You know, he was signed to Impact Wrestling back in 2014,
13, something like that.
Was it?
Yeah. Something like
Yeah,
that. 'Cause
something like that.
it was right after British, so something like that. Yeah.
And I remember watching him, and he was a prodigy. You know what I mean? Lightweight. He was supposed to be the guy putting the X back in the X division. And then he just ended up carrying fucking handbags and dressing in stupid suits with his stupid thing that he does with his lip when it comes up to the top corner. You know? If that's a nervous twitch, my bad. But it's exactly the same. He's gone from stupid suits to puffed out chest.
And the leather jackets.
And I don't get I just don't get it. I don't get why you would make so much. I mean, they're on about. Did you read that thing? They were on about. Come on, Dad, you got to get involved in. I'm going to get accused of fucking taking too much mic time. Did you read the thing about obviously Dirk's now signed to Raw and he'd be replaced on 205 and they were throwing names out there?
Oh, Mike Tenay, yeah.
And Mike Tenay, all right, yeah, fair enough. I don't mind Mike Tenay. I thought Jeremy Borash would have been quite good.
Gregory Helms, Hurricane.
Greg Helms, man, that's who I chucked straight away. Well, both Greg Helms. There you go. But don't have him come out with that stupid fucking Hurricane thing. The people from fucking Ruthless Aggression here all just fucking mark out. Do you know what I mean?
Helms, yes.
Billy Kidman.
No, Billy Kidman is a name.
Dean Malenko. But have someone that stood. You know what I mean? For that title. Do you know what I mean? Represented that division. Someone with, do you know what I mean? A status. I just think that would be good. You know what I mean? People will be shouting, Austin Aries! No. Fuck Austin Aries. You only listen to how good he is every 10 seconds. And then he'll have little spits in freaking monumental. Mind you, it wasn't that monumental. They looked like they were doing it in a fucking in a pub on a Sunday.
Okay.
The best fucking induction.
Hey, hold on. That wasn't a pub. It was the Belmont's pub in New York.
Are you joking?
I swear to God, it was a pub.
Are you serious?
It was a bar and grill, yeah.
Oh my God, Daz!
Yeah.
We could have been playing darts in the background.
It was legit.
Having sausage and chip putties. That's terrible, man.
Yeah,
you got a guy that's give you that many years.
Yeah, it was a McLean's Pub and Grill. There you go, in Queens.
Abyss is midway through his speech in all years. I ordered medium rare.
You know what I mean? That's mind-boggling. That is. That is, you know what I mean? And he dedicates it to all the originals.
Mm.
And you get an inconsiderate. To be honest with you, they did use that. They used it. It was his whole induction was ruined. I don't believe that for a second that wasn't staged. What was Johnny Impact there doing it?
Okay, so the reason why it started like that is because, oh, you said something about me on TMZ, and I apologize, and I took down my tweet. All they said on TMZ is he's short, because Austin Aries are fucking short. All right, and that's not nothing to say. I'm just saying he's fucking short, and then that's what started it from.
Must be all that kale.
Ridiculous.
It's
Ridiculous. Yeah, it's all that kale.
oh, the kale.
Gotta be. You know what I mean? While your missus Johnny's pumping steroids. You know, but boy, we won't mention that, will we? No, that's why she hasn't been signed by WWE, because she failed. She failed in a tryout. Oh,
Holy shit! Yeah, it's McHale's Bar and Grill was where his thing was in New York.
Wow. That's sad, dude. Not a dig at the premises, but that's sad that that's how you're valued.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I bet we've decided, right? We're gonna induct you into the prestigious Hall of Fame. You're gonna be the only original there, mind you, because none of the other originals wanted to give a shit and actually cared.
And they're all now in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but the problem we've got now is can't really afford a ring, so we've got you a ring pull. You know, it's fine. No, and the other thing is, can't really afford a decent venue, so we're gonna have to have it in a pub in New York. You know, so we have to, he said, but unfortunately we can't really afford the full pub, so there'll be people playing pool in the room behind us, so we're gonna have to use the camera angles right. You know what I mean?
All right, wait.
Oh, yes, 180.
I'm surprised they didn't do it at McDonald's, just have a proper party.
Have a Happy Meal at the end of the night, man.
Yeah, well, that or Burger King. At least he would have got a crown.
And Abyss could have it his way. Damn it, he can have it his way.
I mean,
you're the boss. You're the boss.
Chris.
I don't know.
There's a McFlurry there, son. Enjoy.
McFlurry, yeah. All right, now look at this is the pictures of the bar I sent to the chat here.
Unbelievable, man.
That looks like a Weatherspoons for those of you in the UK.
It's an awesome jockey, Daz. Fucking awesome jockey. Unbelievable. That's what. Do you know what? All that. Do you know when you think blood, sweat, tears? That's what he was worth. Well, and the guy's bled more fucking blood than anyone in that company, and that's what he gets, man.
Well, we were making fun of it just because. Remember Slammiversary was at the Bar and Grill for their press conference?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
you know what the last conversation was they had was, don't you? Was
what?
Yo, Bus, you're gonna have to pay for your own food. We can't afford that either.
You're gonna get me on.
In fact, can you pick up the bill?
And here's the thing: he's giving this impassioned speech. He's thanking his mother, which is how the Rosemary character.
Yeah.
Rosemary, yeah. And then they do that at the end, and I'm like, can you say desperation? And number two, I will say this: they've been going on Twitter like, oh, our new time, which is going to be tonight. It's 10 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be great. We could do more things, and the mature audiences, and we could go over the edge. But I'm like, you went from 8 p.m. prime time to 10 p.m. at night Eastern.
Shocking.
It is. Now, which probably tells me that they're probably going to lose the Pop TV deal.
Again.
It's just, I just don't see how people can still continuously say that it's improved. I
called the company Lucha Underground 2.0 because most of your town is Lucha Underground.
Well, exactly. You don't own your talent. You're not even utilizing your own talent on TV.
No,
Eli Drake, man. The guy looks puddled.
Well, here's what they're probably going to do.
He doesn't know what's going on, does he?
Well, no, they did the thing on Impact this week where he's like, I'm going to sue Impact and all that. I'm like, watch, here's what they're going to do. Joseph Park is going to want to be his lawyer, and then he'll go, wait, dummy, yeah, aren't you Abyss? No, that's my brother, Chris. Abyss, you know Abyss. And then they'll do that crap, and then there's your Eli Drake Abyss feud.
Unbelievable. I feel sorry. I feel sorry for Eli, but at the same time, I think I said it how I was seeing it. The only reason he re-signed was because WWE didn't show a single bit of interest in him because he's two-dimensional as a character.
Mm-hmm.
His character doesn't move. It doesn't evolve. It doesn't get any bit more interested. In fact, it's just his character is just diminished.
I remember when he was world champion
Over the last 12 months. Yeah, well,
Anybody?
Vaguely. Vaguely. I remember that the title had a sticker across the front of it.
Yeah,
that's all I remember.
Looked like it'd been made on 2K18.
Yeah, it's just shoddy, absolute shoddy. He was your guy you brought in to basically no, you didn't bring him in to replace, because if I remember vaguely, when you brought him in, he was a WWE fucking failure.
Oh yeah, he was in the developmental territory.
Yeah, and he was a failure, and you brought him in, and he was the only one that rised for professional wrestling.
Stand up for professional wrestling.
Yes. And he was the only one. Oh, stand up for professional wrestling. You know what I mean? That one.
Yes.
So,
funnily
he
enough,
was the only one that done it, and he did it on his own.
The weakest link in the group went on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, he did.
Or Tangaloa.
Yeah, no, they all come off shining. If I'm honest, just within the first 12 months, they all did really, really well. Drew got out while he could.
Yeah.
Because he knew, man. That was he needed to go back to WWE. He needed to rewrite the book, didn't he?
Yeah. Now he's like twice the size he was.
I like to say when you look at him, Claymore in fucking Strowman, the way he is,
he absolutely looked like a psychopath this week.
I'd love to put the title on him, man. Just, do you know what I mean? I would, because I don't think it would get a negative reaction. You know, I heard a lot of people thinking, who was it this week? It was what's his first name? Mimosi. Oh, our Samoan brother.
Messina?
Yeah,
Messina.
I took him when Messina put there. Messina ain't no freaking Braun fan. It sounded very much like when Roman Reigns was originally started being pushed.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like that. So you know what I mean? Oh yeah, that Braun dude. Yeah, Vince's plaything, and I'm like, oh fucking hell. You know what I mean? People weren't sounding like this freaking months ago. But yeah, it does. And did I do think I said that this had happened with Braun? I could just see it. Unless you did it early enough, he would just be. You'd kill it. You'd fuck it up.
Oh, I know what I had to ask you, and we'll go back, but I got to ask you. So, you last week were great talking about the undead realm there, Butcher, but this week Allie's got black hair and she's possessed.
Oh yeah. Now she's trying to choke out some rookie green girl.
Oh, Alicia Edwards, yes, Eddie Edwards.
She's proper losing her shit, like, you know what I mean? So now she's like half Rosemary,
half Allie.
Yeah. Or is she half Sue Young, half Rosemary?
Oh,
you know,
that's the thing. You need black hair to be undead. Like Undertaker was a biker when he was ginger. Black hair, he's a demon again.
Yep, right.
It'd be kind of cool, man, if she come out with fucked up makeup, like half Rosemary, half Sue Young. So like, like a split person. You go see, here you go, Impact. Listen to this. This is good shit, right? So when she's talking, you're basically seeing like almost like a person like myself that suffers from schizophrenia or bipolar. So when she's talking, she's basically swapping the side of her face. So you're talking to two different people. That, people, is fucking gold.
Oh, by the way, they also followed up their party, and then, the bosses said we get a part of New York.
Oh my God. You know what I mean? Old freaking Kingston freaking standing there, man, with his nose, with his plasters on his face, and you know what I mean? As you can see, this is funny as fuck, because this is directed at big freaking kingpin bosses in New York City. New York City, the baddest city in the world, you know? right? So he goes, look, as you can see, we're being to see the boss. What, they broke your fingers? But you actually went to A&E to strap him up. Oh, bless you. You know what I mean? Unbelievable. You know what I mean? And then you got Conan. Yeah, motherfucker, get the step in.
Yeah, he's like, bounce.
Oh, my God. Why?
Well, because I'm not going to spoil it, but the OGs are going to be feuding with a certain tag team coming up. You'll see it.
Tell me, Mike.
The Lucha Brothers.
The what?
Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix.
Oh, my God.
And in about a week or two, you will see Johnny Impact versus Killer Cross for the title.
Oh, see, now that's... Give my boy the title, please.
He doesn't win the title. He doesn't win the title.
It's just shocking, guys. It's just shocking. Really fucking winds me up. You just can't utilize what's in front of you.
Well, I wanted to comment what Daz said, because Daz, you actually fit into this as well, because we are going to now have an X Division title feud with one Brian Cage and Sami Callihan, who pinned him at Bound for Glory. And Daz, how about Sami Callihan saying, he was walking on eggshells in WWE and all that?
Oh, fuck Sami Callihan.
Exactly.
Walking on eggshells. What for? What? For what reason?
Oh, he said he was being a bitch. He let everybody pass him by. You mean, like guys like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn who did pass him by and all that.
The gimmick sucked.
Well, actually, no. Because it sucked.
The gimmick was actually pretty cool. The gimmick was actually pretty cool.
I quite liked the gimmick, if I was honest, the Hacker thing, because it was coming off the back of the release of Watch Dogs as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was quite cool. He just didn't capitalize on it.
No.
Because the gimmick was cool, and he got in the ring, and I was just like, what's the big deal?
Mm-hmm. And then he was gone as quick as he came in.
Yeah.
Well, he'll be the first to tell you I didn't get fired. I quit.
No, he got fired. Definitely got fired.
He's also the first one to tell us that he meant to.
I firmly believe that if you've got a contract with a company and you request a contract and they accept your resignation, you got fired.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't leave.
It took him over a year to release Neville, for fuck's sake.
You know, don't be silly, man. Honestly. Yeah. Yo, Trips. Who's this guy?
He works here.
That's the Hacker, Solomon Crow. Who? the guy with the guy that we originally brought in to do this, and then like 2 weeks later, someone else had an idea and said, "Well, we'll make him a hacker," and he showed up on screen with all the all the static and stuff. Oh, that guy! I thought, is he still working here?
I thought we just brought him in to promote Watch Dogs.
that's. I thought Ubisoft fired him when he was working for Ubisoft.
Well, Butcher, you're gonna be a little upset with Impact tonight, because I'm just gonna say, because I know we're all both big fans of Killer Cross, but he will be on Impact tonight. It's gonna be Killer Cross and Money Moose against KM and Fallah Bahh.
Oh no! Don't you mean Shaolin Moose?
Oh, Prince Nana Moose, Coming to America Moose.
Prince Nana. Yeah. It's my queen to be.
So it's gonna be Killer Cross and Moose against KM and Fallah Bahh.
Unbelievable, dude. Who the hell? He just has him standing there in his Shaolin, telling people, "This is my custom designed Shaolin pajamas."
Mackenzie, my queen, Mackenzie.
Mackenzie, my queen. Oh, Killer Cross standing there carrying him, man.
Oh, jeez. Yes.
Killer, man. Killer. I if you do listen to this, brother, I have the uttermost admiration for you. And how do you put up with? You work with professionals in LUG, and then you go there. You know what I mean?
Well, he did choke out Tommy Dreamer, so that was a plus.
Tommy.
Oh,
unbelievable.
Well, do you want to talk SmackDown, or do you want to do Evolution?
Yeah, come on, man. Let's We can do them both quick. SmackDown. It was shit.
Yeah, not a lot happened. Literally, the only memorable thing was Shane responding to CM Punk chants. I don't think he's in the tournament.
I don't think he's in the tournament yet. Well, were you guys a fan of Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy for the billionth time again?
No.
I didn't really pay attention to it, to be honest. I did like Rey Mysterio on Miz TV. I thought Rey did really well.
Yeah, and Becky and Charlotte at the Performance Center.
Oh, that was great, but that was already released before, wasn't it?
It was.
Anything else?
Yeah.
New Day get choked by the Big Show on his like 255th heel turn.
Well, Big E even said he flops more than a flapjack.
Yo, I didn't understand was how choked up and how emotional Charlotte was on SmackDown after they showed the footage. I'm like, really? After everything Becky's done, that gets you?
That broke the camel's back. That crossed the line, Charlotte. Not the fact that she attacked you at the photo shoot and then afterwards and just keeps beating you down. No, you're upset because she disrespected you in front of the girls. You disrespected the foundation where we came from.
I also love the meme I saw last week of after the Cutting Edge segment. And Edge was like, I don't think you made the right decision turning on Charlotte. And then somebody put what Becky Lynch's response should have been was, oh, you mean the Charlotte that backstabbed me, the one that turned on Bayley, the one that slapped her own father? That Charlotte?
Exactly. Toys.
But yeah, I'll be honest, guys. After the Raw that we had, and it was hard to watch Raw, that SmackDown was just meh. It really was. It blew.
Yeah, it was bad. It was very bad. The likes of, to be honest with you, I'm going to say it, I think the likes of NXT saved WWE this week.
Absolutely.
NXT saved. NXT was the better show this week.
Well, look at Monday. Monday we had the Fatal 4-Way that was so quick with Ember Moon winning, and this week it was just everybody brawled.
Oh, I hate it when they do that. Every fucking time there's a Battle Royal coming up, they just have a massive brawl.
Yeah. Do you know what? Ember Moon. Give me your opinions on Ember.
I was a fan of her at NXT in the feud with Asuka, but ever since she's come to the main roster, I just feel mad about her.
That sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Do you think she looks a bit out of shape?
Well, she's always kind of been like a big girl, but not like big girl, but she's always kind of had like,
curvy.
Curvy. There you go. Thank you, guys.
I mean, I'm not complaining. I wouldn't say no, but
I have no problems either. I have no objections.
I'm just thinking. I just think it's the same shit with Asuka. I think you go from watching them in 15, 20-minute matches to basically nothing, and they just lose their appeal completely.
I can't watch Asuka
it's
anymore.
Watered down. It's watered down shite, isn't it? It's watered down rubbish.
Well, watching Asuka now makes you sad, and then here comes Tamina, which I'm happy to see that she got over her injury, but it's like Tamina out of mothballs. Who cares?
Tamina, poor me, poor top.
I completely forgot we had Tamina and Nia Jax.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Why not just have them why not just, do you know what I mean? Like you said, the tag team titles. Why not just have them as tag team champions or something?
Well, no, because we had to give the fact that they're cousins, and oh my God, they're having a face-off, and they're both big girls, and yada, yada, yada.
Do you know what I noticed about Asuka this week? Like back in NXT in the early days when she came up to the main roster, when she took her mask off, there was that sort of stare in her eye. There was like a twinkle, like, she knows she's dangerous. She took the mask off this week. It was just like she doesn't want to be here.
Well, the mixed match challenge was the mixed match challenge was funny with her and The Miz against Naomi and Jimmy Uso. I mean, that was funny. I don't know. Do you guys check out the mixed match challenge at all?
I don't watch it. I don't watch it. It's not worth my time.
Got you. Okay. But I'm just saying it was.
It's not a lot of time, granted. Mm-hmm. Well, it's just. Do you know what I mean? Finn Balor and Bobby Roode freaking swapping jackets. Do you know what I mean? God, yeah, I'm sorry, but Bobby looks good in both.
Yes.
Bobby looks good in both, man. Finn, he just put you to shame, dude.
Well, here's
the fact that his physique is probably twice the size of yours, Finn, and then you put on his dressing gown, and you'd have to tie a knot in it 3 times for it to fit you.
I was actually.
Bobby puts you like your leather jacket on, and it looks like it fits Bobby, and now it looks like it's actually 2 sizes too big for you.
What's funny about it is I saw that, and the thing with Finn Balor too is I don't want to see a Finn Balor Bobby Lashley feud. I don't. I don't care.
I think it's a little too late for Finn Balor. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I think when they finally get to a place where they can be creative with him and let him do something, you know what I mean? Like that, the thing with Seth, where you thought he was going to turn heel.
Mm-hmm.
That was a moment that got away.
Yeah, when they were going for
and
the
they never took advantage of it. The pointless demon showing up at SummerSlam. Pointless.
Just killed Baron Corbin.
You know, the Baron Corbin feud with him laughing next to a little kids' playhouse. Absolute pathetic, sad. Just wasn't even worth the creativity of putting it on TV. I really, really, really think it's time for Finn to go home.
Another one, go home. Go home, Finn. Go home.
I mean, on the subject of Nia Tamina, I reckon, right, what went on there was, what if they were going to go ahead with the feud? It would go something like this. You want to know why Luke left you, Nia? Because you weren't man enough.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
So,
Well, the other thing I think we forgot to mention, dudes, bro, or should I say bro?
Bro makes his debut.
Bro.
Matt Riddle makes his debut next week, bro.
I love it. And
on his opponent,
Matt Riddle and his tag team partner, Mojo Rawley.
No, don't even.
Sup, bro?
Mojo Rawley.
Telling you. No.
Someone tells me their ratings are going to be high. Bro.
Bro.
Stay off the weed.
Yes.
Yes, definitely. Something's smelling a bit.
When he gets backstage with Triple H, you go, now, stay away from Randy.
Hey.
Well,
Matt, come here. Now, Guy. Got a guy coming in here next week, right? You may know him. You may have heard of him. But you will you will fail just by being by him. He goes by the name of RVD. I know this is going to be really tempting, Matt. But, dude. Bro. I don't need this. Let's not make this a Solomon Crow situation.
I want to see that meeting between Matt Riddle and RVD. Bro, dude.
Dude. What's mine say?
It's dude, where's my car all over it.
What's mine say? And then you'd have Vince. You'd have Vince basically sat there in his chair with Brian James.
Mm-hmm.
Sat there and he's watching the chemistry between the two of them. Brian, what's that, sir? What's that film? With the guy and the other guy, they get them tattoos on their back. Oh yeah, dude, where's my car, sir? I like that. Can we do dude, where's my car too?
I was thinking of another response. I was thinking of another response then.
What's that?
What's that movie called? Oh, it's Dude, Where's My Car? It's outside. I asked you what the movie was called.
Yes.
Fired.
Well,
damn it.
Matt Riddle is kind of like Shorty and Scary. Well, Matt Riddle is kind of like Shorty in Scary Movie. This is some good shit.
Man, bitch.
Keep a strong head, child. It's amazing.
Right. We haven't got long left. We've got to do the promo climax. Evolution.
Yay.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. I wasn't excited to start with, but there's a few things that have kind of caught my eye.
If people go back
and it's not just women, okay?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Watch yourself, buddy.
If people go back a couple of weeks,
come here.
they're going to be a bit surprised, but I'm actually genuinely looking forward to Ronda Rousey and Nikki Bella.
You really?
Well, after
I am,
after that, yeah, after that promo, hell yeah. And then the contract signing this week was great. You know what? I owe you one, and I'll see you on Sunday after she slapped her that great. I loved it.
I can
think
fully
it's an illusion.
believe. Oh Jesus!
Oh.
Don't say that to me. I can fully believe that Paul Heyman's working with her now on her promos and everything because she's just said all she needed to say the last few weeks. Well, this week she said all she needed to say. A couple of weeks before that, she really.
I just like how
loose.
she goes from a smiley face straight to straight faced.
I loved it.
I like that. I do like
Yeah.
that. Little bit by little, she's turning me around. I still think she's unsafe. But saying that, I don't like. Again, I'm gonna say what I stated a few weeks ago, when a certain person injured someone else. I don't think it's a case of a person being unsafe. It was the incident with Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When Brie kicked her in the chops. I don't think it's a case of a person being unsafe. I think it's a case of lack of communication between two people in a ring. And that's for me. When I look at Ronda, Ronda's intense.
Oh yeah.
They brought her in because she's intense. They brought her in because she's the baddest woman on the planet, but she's not actually the baddest woman on the planet because she got knocked the fuck out twice.
Voice.
You know what I mean? But I wouldn't mess with her. Let's put it that way. You know, I don't think many men would, even men in UFC. You know what I mean? Would like to get gripped by her. But I just think it's a case of it's lazy thinking between two people. Do you know what I mean? When Ronda hip tosses you, we see her do Triple H, so we know the power she's got.
Yeah.
And the motion. She's a jiu-jitsu black belt.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's not a case of this is a wrestling hold, take the arm and you roll through with it. She's going to take your arm and she's going to throw you and probably still keep hold of your arm. And then, but like we've seen her do, she throws them, picks them up with one arm, throws them. Do you know what I mean? And gives you that annoying look, and then she'll do something else with you. Yeah. So I think with me, it's just a case of still think she's a little unsafe, but at the same time, don't fuck her style up.
Yeah, I think she kind of has to be intense coming from the UFC.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the only match I'm really not asked about is Trish and Lita against Alexa and Mickey.
I couldn't give a monkeys.
And
Skip.
I did used to be a massive Trish and Lita fan, and I just don't care. And the Battle Royal. Don't give a shit about that either.
Well, look at who else they just added to it. Ivory, Alundra Blaze, Kelly, Molly Holly, Michelle McCool, Tori Wilson.
It's nice to have all those old names.
The sad thing is, right, Michelle McCool was more than capable of having her own match.
Yeah.
I even said it should have been the battle of Flawless and Iconic. You should have Michelle McCool against the Iconics.
Yeah. Yeah.
And finally, I think it's safe to say Becky and Charlotte are going to tear the house down. And I hope they main event as well, even though Ronda and Nikki's probably going to do it. Do you know what, the last time a SmackDown Championship main evented a dual branded pay-per-view was Undertaker and Kane? I think it was 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So 8 years without SmackDown headlining a pay-per-view.
I just think the rest of the card is just better.
Oh yeah, we've got the Mae Young Classic final. We've got the UK Women's title.
Yeah, you've obviously got Shayna
and Kyrie. Yeah.
You know the card is just fantastic. I'm actually, you know what, who I've been enjoying really a lot lately, Ruby Riott.
Yeah.
Well, yes, we got Bailey and Natty against Riot Squad. Yep.
Yeah, it's a shame she's stuck in a bullshit 6-woman tag match that could take place any week on Raw.
She looks so much better on the main show, Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The three of them do.
Ruby
three
was
of them
solid
do.
this week.
You know, I thought they were brilliant. I just think they're looking good. But I think there's going to have to come a time where she goes on her own.
Yeah.
Um,
My immediate thought after Ruby this week was she's got to be women's champion in the near future.
Yeah. No, she definitely. So much ability. But we knew that. We knew that. You know, independence, man. She's awesome. As is Logan. Liv just doesn't do it for me. You know, the silly messing around with the hair, the tongue, the way she looks, the ring ability's lackluster. She's got no identity. No. And there's a lot going on. For me to say no identity, and the fact that I just said her hair, her tongue, the way she looks, there's nothing wrong with any of them. But when you put them all together, I'll just look at her and I go, who is she? Morgan, she looks like she should look. She's a hillbilly.
Yeah.
You know, Ruby Riott ticks all the boxes for what she represents. Liv Morgan, who the fuck are you?
Like they've thrown Nikki Bella and Carmella in a blender.
Yeah. I just don't know who she is. I don't know what the purpose of it is. So yeah, that's. But other than that, yeah, like you said, I wasn't all for it when they announced it. I thought, fucking hell, another moment for women to stand out. You know, they probably decided to have that because they couldn't take them to fucking Saudi Arabia.
I'm actually just gonna ask the question. I know we're about to get into and give our predictions on this, but I mean, next week also is that crown jewel. I mean. So I'm just saying.
At this point, we're a week away and we still don't know if it's confirmed or not, if they're actually going.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous. They should have made a decision weeks ago when the whole shit came out.
Well, the only other match that they announced for it was a New Day in the Bar and a rematch for the tag title.
I won't be watching it anyway. I mean, I'll say that. I'll say that categorically. It doesn't. I am not giving 4 hours of my time. Or 5 hours or whatever it is to that rubbish. After watching the greatest Royal Rumble, I am not. Do you know what I mean? Surprised they haven't called it the greatest Halloween bash. You know what I mean? Or something fucking ridiculous.
The Ultimate Survivor Series. Well,
Saudi Arabian Halloween Havoc.
That would probably be a bit insensitive in Saudi Arabia, wouldn't it? The Ultimate Survivor Series.
No,
I like that.
Right, before we get shut down.
I was about to say.
Has anyone seen that? Has anyone seen that video going around on the internet about the meeting between Vladimir Putin and that president of wherever he's from?
Oh, God,
holding the dog by the scruff of the neck. No. You've got to check it out. Honestly, Putin, man. You look at Putin, and he just looks pure rage. He's like, you know what I mean? You can mess with my country, but you will not mess with a dog.
Oh, Putin's dog gives Japanese journalists an earful.
Hang on. No, hang on. I'm going to type it in. I'm going to try and get it for you.
Well, there's a lot of dog videos on. If you just type in Vladimir Putin dog on YouTube, there's a lot of dog videos of
Vladimir Putin dog.
You see what you started?
That's it there. Hang on. My bad. I know we can get accused for being unprofessional now because we're listening to a video.
Talk. Don't shut us down. It's not advertising.
There it is. That's it.
I wouldn't advertise talk anyway.
The music is like Borat. Isn't it very nice?
Very nice, Fabiola.
My sister's #1 prostitute in all of Kazakhstan. She's a very nice. You go off Senti.
Fucking hell.
Putin's face, man. Looks like he's gonna roundhouse kick the guy's ass, like.
The fucking Saint Bernard. You wait till it gets bigger.
Honestly.
He'll be grabbing you round the throat.
I can't get over how the guy just handles him. I'm just like, whoa. You know what I mean? You may eat him, dude, but you're messing with a guy that'll freaking drop a nuke on you.
You know what? If you go on Google Images, there's a shitload of pictures of Putin with hugging puppies.
He's got to think of. Have you seen the picture of him top off on the back of a horse?
Speaking of horse, there's one I'm looking at now. He's walking with a horse, and this Labrador has just jumped up at his face.
Man. He's like one of the most dangerous men on the planet. Do you know what I mean? I'm talking Ken Shamrock territory.
Holy shit!
Do you know what I mean? It's just he's Vladimir Putin, man.
He may be obsessed with nukes, but at least he loves dogs.
He's pro animal rights, man. I bet he donates to freaking, you know what I mean, all these charities and everything. Yes, you can sign me up. Yes, and my wife, you are signing up. I'm not joking. Brand new rule in Mother Russia. All people donate $9.99.
I blow up your country, but Beethoven is the greatest film ever.
It's greatest. Fantastic.
The little doggy.
It's a little doggy. It's a little Poochie. Yes. And that film Spirit. Oh, it was marvelous.
I am not a big fan of Cujo.
We are having new Netflix. Netflix in Russia.
Here in Russia, we're going to have our version of Air Bud. Yes, we will.
Yes, we did. That's what he will say. No more Marvel. No more Marvel TV in this country. We are only having Disney.
Oh, wow, we could have Superdog.
And Pete's Dragon. Oh, masterpiece.
Yes.
Well, the original Pete's Dragon, not that fucking whatever the hell that was.
Yes. And I tell you what, guys. Never ending story. Falco. Absolutely marvelous. Big white dog.
I want the Falco.
I want the Falco. But the bit when the horse sinks in the mud.
Treo.
I want you to drop a nuke.
Drop nuke. Jesus.
Drop nuke on Fantasia.
Push the button. Just push it.
Okay.
If I ever see Donald Trump with a dog, I kill him.
Yes.
Build a wall around them and call them kennels.
Yes, I will build the smallest wall.
If he dies, he dies.
Step over that.
I was watching the Al Snow Big Bossman Kennel from Hell. I piss on over you.
I piss on it. I do like a lion chic. I break your back. I make you humble. I fuck you in the ass.
And then fuck his ass.
Yes.
And fuck his ass.
So, back to wrestling.
There you go. That's comedy hour.
There you go. Before we get on to this week's promo climax, as I said last week, there's a bit of an announcement this week. On January 11th, it will be the 200th episode of the Max Wrestling Podcast. We started 200 weeks ago. Jesus. Hopefully, we can get some old voices on for your listening pleasure. It'll also be, of course, 2 weeks before Podcast Promo Rumble 4. Which will be our first special of 2019. And now,
let me tell you something, brothers. I'm going to be the first person to enter the Rumble. One by one, you're going over the top rope. There'll be only one standing.
I'm going to put a Promo Mania sign up so everyone can point at it while they're recording. Yes, I go to Promo Mania with a dog. I bring Pharaoh.
I think that's going to be my new gimmick, because the butcher's
the Russian.
Be criticised. You know what I mean? I'm going to be the Russian animal rights dude. Yes.
I'm the best activist in the business.
Yes. You will like me, or I will set my dog on you.
But we will not be bringing back the Kennel from Hell match.
No, against animal rights. We're going to have a nuclear bomb on a pole match.
Cody, bring me Pharaoh.
I want Pharaoh booked. Now on to the promo climax. Congratulations to the Butcher, of course, picking up 3 points, including the bonus points.
Of course. Do you know what, though? I'm calling for this point thing to be bad. Because You make a thing of it, Daz.
Yeah.
And then everyone wants to try and drop a one-liner. Moni, you're not getting a point for that, my love. Your little thing this week with your lie sheet stealing your heart. That you're not getting a point for that because that was my line from last week. I'm not having any more people copying me. You know what I mean? I'm not. You know what I mean? Mr. Burnham, he seen his ass because he said, "Oh, I wonder who thought of that. Owen falling." Muppet. You know what I mean? Doesn't like being copied. Doesn't like anyone to do well. Does our Mr. Burnham? Do you know what I mean? Doesn't like anyone to prevail. Likes to criticize. Then likes to threaten. You know what I mean? Grow the fuck up. You're out of the competition now anyway. You can go away. We won't have you on again.
Well, with the 3 points, Butcher is top of Block A. However, of course, if Moni wins, she goes back to the top. So this week it is Moni Lynn versus Daniel Crimmins.
I gotta say it how it is, though. I've got to say it how it is. Moni, you're gonna be top in Block A.
Whoa.
Cheers. She got my vote. Sorry, Dan. Sorry, Dan. I've got to put it how it is. I mean, she started off a bit raw. You know what I mean? Less than thank you. I told you that, Moni. Stop thanking people and telling people who you are, because we know who you are. You're Moni Lynn, the Mexican queen, my Latina. Mwah.
Go ahead,
Crumpets.
Go ahead, Butcher. You could say "so hey" again. So hey.
So hey.
So no.
You know. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm going to be that Russian activist, man, that falls in love with the Latina queen. Moni Lynn. Ah.
Do you like dogs?
Do you like dogs? I like dogs. You come to mine, you'll see my chihuahua.
So here it is.
Serve you crumpet. Then I take your crumpet. Or your Mexican bread.
Here is the final match from Block A. It is Daniel Crimmins versus Moni Lynn.
RWT promo climax. My last hurrah, if you will. You see, I know where things stand. I know. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize I don't have a snowball's chance in hell. But does that mean I'm just gonna wither away and fade away and classify myself as obsolete? No. So this is my last showdown. Gonna try and make it a good one. And who do I have up? The only person who hasn't beaten me yet, because we all know everybody else has. But who do we have? Moni Lynn. Wish there was something negative I could say about you. There isn't. Good enough person. Never had any issues with you. Quite frankly, respect you. So I'm not going to say anything. Now, what I will say, and I've mentioned this before, just the horrible booking on Raw. You know, it's so obvious that a blind man can see what's going to happen. We all know that Brock Lesnar is going to walk out as the champion. But why? Why does this keep happening? Because idiots like me, like you, like everybody else continues to watch the show, continues to buy the tickets, buy the shirts, buy the games, whatever. But what would happen? What would happen if we didn't? 1 week, 1 month, whatever. What would happen if we just stopped? I ask you that, my good friends. It's $1 million question. I think if profits stop falling, well, then I think we would see some real change. But it seems to be the elephant in the room. Something we all complain about. But it's like a drug. Wrestling is like a drug to us. We just can't get rid of it. So I know, as I've said, I know this is my last hurrah. I don't have a dog in the show, or a horse in the race, whatever term you want to use. But again, as I've said before, I didn't need this. Haven't needed it, won't need it. It's something fun. So, having said that, who's going to take it? Personally, I'd like to see it come down to Butcher and Mr. Davis. It's going to be a good one. Quote good old JR. Good God Almighty. This is a barn burner, folks.
Hey, hi everyone. It's Moni Lynn, and it's that time. RWT Raw Talk promo climax. Hey! So, here I am, Moni Lynn, your wrestling nerd chick. How's everyone doing? Hi. So let's get on with this. Let's do this. So this week, my opponent is Daniel Cremens. Hey, Daniel, how's it going, homie? Hi. I watched your video, and I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you in regards to the likelihood of that fucking Brock Lesnar getting over on Braun. I hope Brock does not win that title. He doesn't deserve it. I've said it so many times. He doesn't get it. He doesn't need it. But like Daniel mentioned, it is our fault. We buy tickets, we buy merch, we go to the shows, we watch and everything, and I'm guilty. This girl, guilty. I'm going to Survivor Series. I have t-shirts, I have hats, and so yeah, I'm guilty. And for some odd reason, WWE is like a drug. It is. I keep coming back for more. I leave. I go away for a while. Then I need my fix, and then I come back. But I'll continue to come back because I love WWE. I gotta have my fix. I definitely do. So, yeah, Daniel, I agree with you 100. Now, Butcher. Hi, homie. ¿Qué pasa? So you're saying over here that I'm riding this wave. Oh, yeah, well, I sure am. I'm riding the wave that you used to ride. But the floaties that you wore so that you don't drown deflated because I popped them. Don't hate. Pero ¿sabes qué? I'm going to tell you something. You can't ride the wave that's coming out of California. You can't ride this Long Beach, LA wave. We got this. We got it, Butch. So, I'm going to take it all the way. You can just sit back, relax, watch the waves go, enjoy a crumpet, or better yet, a concha. It's a Mexican bread that's very, very tasty. They also come in chocolate and vanilla, and they taste so wonderful in your cafecito. Just get a little cup of coffee, and then you break it off, dip that little sucker in there, eat it. Oh, it's fantastic. Conchas, check them out. Got a little bit of concha on me, but Butch, I don't expect to see you on the next one because guess what? Latina heat. Latina heat. I don't lie, I don't cheat, and I will still. I'll steal your little heart and make it my corazon. I can't help it, Butch, but I'm gonna beat you. I'm taking this block A all the way. I'm definitely gonna take it. So Robert Davis and Amar Blackbean Costello, be prepared because I'm coming after either one of you. I'm gonna win it. I'm gonna come after either one of you. I like to dominate. I will dominate this whole competition. Yeah, so it's gonna be called the Moni Lynn Promo Climax. Number 1. Yeah, that's what's gonna end up happening. I do want to take this somewhere different real quickly. Most of you know I'm not a Roman Reigns fan. I really don't care, but my heart and prayers go out to Roman and his family in this time. My dad had cancer, so I know exactly what it's like to have to help someone and, just that whole cancer. Fuck cancer. Fuck cancer. Thank God my dad, he's in remission. He's been in remission for the past 2 years. He's doing great. I love my dad to death, so cancer will not take him. No, it won't. But for Roman, my heart goes out to you and you're going to beat it. It's going to be an upward battle, but I know you got this. You definitely have this. And you're going to come back. You're going to come back to WWE, and I'm going to come and I'm going to continue to boo you. Boo, Roman, you suck. In a loving way, we will continue our love-hate relationship. Me and you, Roman, we got this. So, well, guys, vote for Moni, vote for me. Let me take this all the way for you. I got it. I got it. Now, of course, check out Wrestling Nerd Chip Podcast. First episode came out, I think it was last week. We will be having another one soon. Just keep an eye out for it. Also, check out Mega Dogs LA at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and those places. Anyhow, so I'm Moni Lynn, your wrestling nerd chick, and vote for me. See you guys later. Bye.
So, Block A is over for now. The fate of Block A finalists is now officially in your hands. The next 2 weeks are all about Block B and their final 2 matches, kicking off with Amir Blackbean Costello versus Ted P. De Niro next week. So remember, you can
vote. It's going to be heat.
It is heat, pure heat. So you can vote for the next 5 days for Daniel Crimmins or Moni Lynn for your winner of Block A. Will it be Moni Lynn or will it be the Butcher? You can vote at maxwrestling.net/promoclimax.
Oh, do you know what, though? It doesn't make no difference which way it comes out.
Well, the runner-up will still get a shot.
Well, that's it. You know what I mean?
And that is it for this week. You can catch me at Dazzy MWP. The Butcher's got a new Twitter handle, which is...
Oh, I'm gone. See? I'm professional. I mean, we got to worry this up, Daz, because I'm talking too much. I get criticised.
It is at Nuke for Dog Fighters.
Nuke for dogs.
My new Twitter handle is Beethoven Rocks.
My new Twitter handle is at Best Heel in Business. That's BHIT. B 69 Butcher. So it's the old one with just best heel in the business at the beginning.
Since the old one, Twitter fucked over.
Yeah, they did. They
screwed it.
They did. They messed me up.
Very unfairly as well.
Very unfairly. It was unjustified.
Yeah, you fight a good fight, you get fucked.
Yeah, see? Me fighting for the Annoyer family, man.
Nuke Twitter.
Yes, nuke. Nuke Twitter.
And...
Yes. But you're all in a room with little doggies. Let the doggies fight.
Mike, I know you've got stuff lined up.
Like a junkyard dog. Yes.
Well, okay, you
Sometimes
can
the Russian junkyard dog. Yes.
you can check me out on Twitter at SMShow1 or at MCL92, www.stephenmikeshow.com, SoundCloud's MC Larkin92. Speaking of Moni Lynn, I just did an interview with Hollywood from the original Glow, and Moni got a nice shout out in that interview. I just had an interview with Blake Chadwick, who's an announcer on Ring Warriors, which is on Saturdays at 8 a.m.
Does he like dogs?
Yes, he does like dogs.
Very good.
So we had Blake Chadwick on from Ring Warriors talk about the new time slot, Saturday, 8 a.m. on WGN America here in the States with their champion, spoiler alert, who is Killer Cross. And a lot of Impact and Lucha Underground stars are on that show as well.
Killer Cross like dogs.
Killer Cross does like dogs.
Yes, good. Good.
So, yeah, I have a lot of stuff coming in the future as well. So just
Do you like dogs?
I do like dogs.
Good.
You like
Alrighty.
dogs?
Yes.
So that's everything.
What? You like dogs? Oh, dogs. I like dogs.
Oh, dogs.
And you know where to find us on social media. It's at Max Wrestling UK and Max Wrestling Interactive on Facebook. And we're also on SoundCloud, YouTube, and iTunes. Make sure you check us out at maxwrestling.net.
You can also find me at the Kremlin.
And
my dogs.
And join us next week for week 11 of the promo climax as Amir takes on Ted P. De Niro. Oh, we're getting near the end. We're getting near the end now. There are 3 weeks remaining until promo series 3, where the final will take place.
And I can tell you now, I am coming. I am coming for my title with my dogs.
There will be dogs.
No more butcher. Come on.
Yeah, we've done a better job of sustaining a Russian accent in the last 10 minutes than Lana's done in the last 10 fucking weeks.
That is very true.
Yes, I know. No,
Sorry, Lana. I know you like dogs.
That Rusev. He's from that fucking country, Bulgaria.
And keep a lookout for the other shows. There may be some screen gems coming your way soon, and of course, Throne Zone is coming your way
we're going
next
to be
year.
reviewing Beethoven. Yeah,
Beethoven. Then we do All Dogs Go to Heaven, and then we do All Dogs Go to Heaven too.
I'll be nice.
No, we do one.
Nice.
We do one that is based in Russia, which is Balto.
Balto. I love that film. Make me cry emotionally. Balto.
I think it's based in Russia. Yeah, there is. It's a Russian duck in it, isn't it?
I don't know.
His name's Boris.
Be the
Boris.
first time, but you said Russian, and I'm like, oh,
Boris the duck.
Boris. Like Boris Johnson from the UK. He looked like a dog.
We must now bid you adieu. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night.
Bring me Farrell.
That bang was Inuk, by the way.
Trump.
Mamma Mia! Are you kidding me?